For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Jennifer Tronson is suing Penny Grant in the amount of $2,512. Ms. Tronson claims the defendant's teenager crashed her car during a high school water balloon game with her son and says Ms. Grant refused to pay for the damages.
Okay, Mrs. Tronson and Mrs. Grant, I understand your two boys are best friends? Seniors in high school?
Yes.
Okay, but apparently your son crashed the plaintiff's car.
That's right.
And that's why we're here.
That is why we're here.
Explain what happened. Give me all your details, please.
So her son Peter and my son Eric are best friends. They have been since the beginning of high school. Since they're upperclassmen now, all the upperclassmen play this water balloon hunt game, and it's an annual thing. And so our sons were doing that. It's like the kids are on a team, they're chasing another team, there's a team hunting them, and they're trying to nail each other's cars with water balloons.
Okay.
Well, it's not the cars. They have to hit each other with the water balloons.
Okay, so
They're driving around town.
So they drive around town,
Yeah.
chasing each other?
Yeah, they're essentially tracking each other in their cars.
Okay.
After school hours, which is why I did not want to allow my son to play, because it sounds like a giant liability issue and unsafe because it's a bunch of teenagers chasing each other in their cars.
Okay. So, and this is something that the senior class in this high school does every year? Or?
The upperclassmen, so the juniors and seniors.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they do it. So have there ever been any issues with the kids getting into car accidents or anything like that?
Not in our county, but in other counties, yes.
Okay, but in your high school, in your area, nothing?
This is the first.
All right, so they go and they just, basically they chase each other or they track each other wherever they are, I imagine, through the phone, figure out where they are, they go to the place. If they see them, they throw water balloons at that person.
Yes.
And whoever gets as many people wins, or What's the?
So once they
let me ask her. So
Yep.
How do they win this
If
game?
you get hit, if one of your teammates gets hit with a water balloon, correct me if I'm wrong, Penny, they get out. So it's like last man standing. So however long it takes for the last team to remain standing.
Oh, I see. So the last team wins.
and
Okay.
you have targets. So once you eliminate your target, you obtain their target and go to the next person.
Okay. All right. All right. Sounds interesting. A little dangerous, maybe if they're speeding or so, but hopefully, obviously, it doesn't seem like that's an issue. But so then, what happened the day that both your son and the defendant's son were playing this water balloon hunting fight?
So Peter was driving the car that I gave Eric, my car.
Okay, Peter is
Penny's
her son, and Eric is your son.
Eric is my son.
And you say they've been best friends just since high school, or
Yeah.
did they know each other before?
No, they didn't. Oh, well, they didn't really. I think they knew each other in middle school, but they became friends.
Okay, they became friends in high school.
Yeah.
And does Peter come over your house? How well
Yeah,
do
he
you
comes
know
over
Peter?
a lot, and he has a lot of fun at our house.
Okay. And then does Eric come over your house a lot?
He does from time to time, but
She doesn't allow him to.
Okay, so does Eric come over your house?
I have two little ones, so they don't tend to like to be at my house as much because the little ones are kind of all over them.
Okay, and how old are your little ones?
5 and 7.
5 and 7. And the boys are how old?
17.
17 each? Okay. So your son, Peter, spends more time at the Tronson's home than your home?
Correct.
When they hang out? Okay. What kind of young man is Peter? Is he...
Oh, he's great. He's so funny and smart, and he's a really good friend to Eric.
Okay, but had the boys ever been in trouble before?
Not my son.
No.
No, so good kids. All right, so then what happened? So they go out to do this senior upperclassman game, and what happens?
Peter's driving my car, and he crashes it into a pole. Peter's.
Okay. Why is Peter driving your car? Did you give him permission to drive your car?
No, I actually was a little upset with Eric that he let Peter drive the car.
Okay, so then what happened? So just tell me the day they go out after school. So your son, Eric says, "Mom, can I borrow the car?"
Oh, yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have to ask me. That's his car, so he just drives it.
So he drives the car.
Yeah.
The car's under your name?
The car is under my name.
Okay, but the insurance obviously covers you and your
him,
son.
yeah.
Okay, but that's his car. So he said, "Mom, we're going to go out to play this thing."
Yeah.
And you said, "Fine."
And I said, "Have a great time."
Okay, obviously be careful, blah, blah, blah. But
He knows to be careful.
okay, all right.
Coming up on Justice for All.
First of all, I told my son that he couldn't play this game.
Well, he clearly did.
He clearly did, yes. And Jennifer also didn't tell me that they were playing the game, even though she knew that they were doing it and
But
knows.
she's not his mom.
And later,
So, the cherry on top of all of this was going to be the surprise unicorn, Sprinkles. Sprinkles the unicorn.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Jennifer Tronson, who is suing Penny Grant for property damage.
My philosophy in parenting is like, how do you build trust without giving trust? You know,
Okay.
you have to give trust.
And what time was this when they went out?
It was like after school, so like four-ish.
Okay, all right. So you knew they were going to go out and play this tracking balloon thing. All right. And then what happens next?
Then I get a text from Eric at 7:43.
So they'd been out almost 4 hours.
Yeah. And I was in the middle of a Reiki training, and this interrupted me. And it was like, "Mom, I just called you. You need to call me back." Peter was driving my car. He tried to follow the guy we were hunting and hit a light post. One of the front lights is busted, and so is the bumper. And also the fender was busted, but we were able to fix that.
Okay.
Yeah, and he drove the car back home.
So immediately after that happened, both of the kids went back home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Peter came back to my house, and Penny picked him up.
Okay, so does your son know he can't let anybody drive the car?
I mean, I've never explicitly said that, but I think that was implied.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I'm not happy that he did that, but
So then did Peter admit that he crashed the car?
Yeah.
What did Peter tell you happened? He was driving too fast?
Penny
or
didn't
what?
let Peter really talk to me much after the incident, so
Okay.
I just took Eric's word for it.
What do you know happened?
Oh, I just know that at some point Peter was driving, and I don't know particularly why. Eric never really said
So
why.
the total damages were $2,512.
Yeah.
Did you go through the insurance?
I didn't want my premium to go up, so I just paid out of pocket. And I figured that Penny would want to take responsibility for something her son did, so.
All right. So, but you had no idea Peter was going to drive your car. You never authorized it.
No.
Absolutely not. And you feel that both boys are responsible enough to have asked permission to use the car, but clearly they didn't. Okay. So you asked Miss Grant for the money, and if your son was driving and he was under control of the car, why did you not pay the plaintiff the
money?
damages?
Yeah. First of all, I told my son that he couldn't play this game.
Well, he clearly did.
He clearly did, yes. And Jennifer also didn't tell me that they were playing the game, even though she knew that they were doing it and
But
knows.
she's not his mom.
No, I know.
You already told your son you can't play the
Yes,
game.
correct.
If he disobeyed you, that's on you and him. Has nothing to do with Tronson. Miss Tronson just said the boys came over to go play out go play this water balloon
Yes,
fight.
go play
it's
the
not
game.
her responsibility to say, "Are you allowed to play the water balloon fight?" She's not his mom.
Correct. No, she is not.
Okay.
But
So you forbade Peter from playing this game.
Correct.
But he played it
Yes.
regardless of you telling him what the law was,
Yes.
right?
And Eric asked Peter to drive because he knows that Peter is the better driver.
Okay, and I imagine you raised your son knowing the difference between right and wrong, what should be done, what should not be done.
Yes,
right?
I have. And Eric also explicitly said it was okay with Jennifer for Peter to drive the
Okay, so
car.
obviously the boys lied.
Yes, obviously.
Obviously. So So it's Eric's fault that Peter decided to drive the car? I mean, did Eric put a gun to Peter's head and say you have to drive?
No.
So nobody forced your son to drive the car. He voluntarily did it. But clearly there's an issue because your son's lying to you. Period. And you're making excuses for that. You're not even making him be accountable for something. By refusing to pay for a damage that your son did, that shows your son, oh my God, I never have to be accountable. And you know what? My mom may be kind of like a joke because she's a pushover. That means I can do whatever I want now. And I could continue doing this and continue lying to her and continue not telling her the truth because I can't confide in her. I don't have that kind of relationship. So that's what you're doing by refusing to pay this, and discipline him and ground him and make some tough decisions. That's up to you.
I am the one.
What I have in front of me is a very straightforward factual case. A individual who did not have permission to drive a car, who happens to be a minor, drove the car and caused damage. That individual acted unreasonably, caused damage, and that individual is responsible for the damages. Since that individual is a minor, the parent becomes responsible for the damage. So based on that, I will grant your claim for $2,512.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the defendant will have to pay for the damage caused by your son.
Thank you.
Good luck, ladies.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $2,512.
Are you happy with yourself?
Yeah, it's a pretty cut and dry case.
All right, well, we'll see how much time Peter gets to spend with Eric from now on.
Well, Eric will make more friends, I guess.
Fine.
Thank you.
Coming up on Justice for All.
And our agreement even only refers to the unicorn. There's no specificity as to the color of the unicorn. And unfortunately, as much as I would have liked to have brought Sprinkles that day, Sprinkles was not well.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Lisa Astra is suing Christy James in the amount of $700. Ms. Astra claims she rented a white unicorn from the defendant for her daughter's birthday party and says she wants a refund because Ms. James showed up with a dirty brown pony.
Okay, Miss Astra, I understand you wanted a unicorn for your daughter's birthday and you didn't get the unicorn you wanted. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And we are suing Miss James for $700 because she failed to deliver the white unicorn.
Absolutely.
Okay, give me some details.
All right, so my name is Lisa Astra. I have a 4-year-old daughter who I love very much. She is absolutely obsessed with unicorns, the world of unicorns. And for her 4th birthday, she wanted a unicorn birthday. If you don't mind, can I show you some evidence?
Sure, give the evidence to Cinder. Okay. So you decided to go all out on her first birthday, unicorn themed.
Yes, 4th birthday, unicorn themed. We got the flowers and the cake and the piñata.
So clearly there was a theme, Miss Astra. Everything was pink, everything was gold, everything was unicorn color, your invitations were unicorn.
Your Honor.
Everything.
Yes.
I didn't get an invitation, so I wasn't aware of the theme.
Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter because she made a contract with you for a white unicorn, and that's what you advertise in your brochure and on your website. So continue.
So the cherry on top of all of this was going to be the surprise unicorn, Sprinkles. Sprinkles the unicorn.
So when you hired the defendant's business, you specifically on your website, you basically say your unicorns, we will lease out or bring a unicorn to your party, right?
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
you specifically, I'm looking at the website, you only have white unicorns. Obviously, they're baby ponies, right?
Coming up,
Miss James shows up with a poop-colored pony.
With a poop-colored
Yes,
pony.
it was a brown, dirty pony.
Your Honor, that pony is beautiful.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Lisa Astra, who is suing Christy James for breach of contract.
She called you and hired you to bring sprinkles, correct?
Well, we didn't specifically talk about one individual unicorn. We were
did.
just talking about a unicorn, and our agreement even only refers to the unicorn. There's no specificity as to the color of the unicorn. And unfortunately, as much as I would have liked to have brought Sprinkles that day, Sprinkles was not well. And instead of ruining the entire party and canceling, I decided it would be much better to bring my new secret weapon.
Okay, so you just admitted to me that you normally always bring Sprinkles, the white pony.
Yes.
So by that, you are admitting to me that it is customary for you to bring a white pony.
Well,
All right, so then what happened, Miss Astra?
Miss James shows up with a poop-colored pony.
With a poop-colored
Yes,
pony?
it was a brown, dirty pony. And
Your
it-
Honor, that pony is beautiful.
Miss James, so, okay, so I'm looking at the pony. It is brown. It's insulting to call a beautiful animal a poop-colored animal. So she shows up with the brown pony, and
It was a surprise I didn't pay for. My daughter was very
did you
upset.
ever tell her you wanted the white one, or you knew it was going to
Yes.
be Sprinkles?
Yes, we spoke on the phone.
You spoke on the phone and you
Yes.
told her you wanted the white pony.
We only spoke of Sprinkles.
Okay,
There was
all right. Because
nothing
why
else
would you
to-
know Sprinkles' name if that wasn't the one you
Yes.
contracted for? All right. So Sprinkles got sick, so you decided to bring this pony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
Why didn't you call her and tell her Sprinkles was sick?
Well, to get a pony ready to get trailered and go 2 hours to her fancy house in Encino, we had to get up really early, and I didn't want to call her at 6:30 in the morning.
I would have.
Well-
because you're basically essentially breaching the contract by bringing another pony, that's not the pony she
Well,
she
the pony
wanted.
is not specified in the contract.
All right, so you're now what you're doing is you're trying to save face when you're telling me by your facts that you knew it was Sprinkles. Sprinkles got sick. That's usually the one you always rent out for unicorn parties. She specifically told you on the phone that that's the intent, and the assumption is that's what you're going to contract for, right? So based on that, I will have to agree with the plaintiff, and I believe that you need to reimburse her the $700 because you didn't deliver what you promised, which was Sprinkles. And that's it. It's unfortunate. So based on the evidence, I will grant the plaintiff's claim in the amount of $700. Good luck.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $700.
No trash is worth $700.
I guess you get what you can expect from some entitled housewife in Encino. I'm a hardworking lady, and she does nothing.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.